At this point, hey, wasn't me that voice that used to say it was at this point that he knew that he had fucked up. Hey, I don't know where to start from because the gbasgbos that I saw in this particular show, the gbasgbos that I saw, somebody show me. So Ozo can lie. Ozo, you can lie.
And when I came to her room, I told her that she should come, that my plans are together, I was going to meet them pictures. I came, I was like, oh, you know, I actually put you up for eviction. So then I was there, so we stayed there, we just food came.
Guys, before you go anywhere, go to my Instagram page. I have the real clips on my Instagram. Don't sleep on this. Go there, follow me for more. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Philomena Moses Lawson here. If this is your first time, you came at the absolute right time. Please do well to hit on the subscription button. Do not go anywhere until you have hit that red button, okay? Then if you have come this far and you're still here, you're still watching me, please hit the like button. All right, now let's talk about the Big Brother Naija reunion lockdown day 2. How the show started today was that Ebuka introduced the show again, and then he said, let us talk today about triangles. You guys, who is interested in triangles? So then that took us back, flashed us back to when Ozo, Dorothy, and Nengi were having their whole triangle saga. The first part they showed was when Ozo was pressing Dorothy's breast. They now showed when Ebuka came to the house to ask, do you have feelings for Ozo? Dorothy said no, she doesn't have feelings for Ozo. He now asked Brighto, do you think she's telling the truth? Brighto said no, I don't believe her. They now showed where Dorothy was warning Ozo, see, if you want to go and do anything with her, you want to play her games that she's playing with you, please go ahead and play any games. Don't think that it's going to make me feel some type of way. They showed all the things that, happened in the house before. They now came back. They now asked Ozo, oh yeah, Ozo, what were you doing with Dorothy and Nengi? Were you doing it on purpose? Please explain. Ozo now said from the beginning, he told Dorothy that they are friends. He has said this story 10 times about the fact that him and Dorothy became friends because she allowed him share her bed on the first night where he had no place to sleep. And because of that particular act, he decided to be her friend and they had different conversations. And yes, he kept going back and forth telling Dorothy that, oh, he's not going to talk to Nengi today and he will come back again and come back again and come back again. But it is because he likes Nengi. If he liked Dorothy, he wouldn't have come to be telling Dorothy all those things. He saw Dorothy as his G. So he felt free that, okay, oh, I can come and tell you this kind of things. So Ebuka asked him that, okay, do you think that you put Dorothy in a bad position? He said no, he didn't, because he didn't at any point make her feel like, oh, I like you. First of all, guys, excuse me, what was that accent that Katrina was doing? Sorry for bird. Sorry, if you're a Katrina fan, I'm sorry, but the accent just reminded me so much of Bobrisky. Anyways, if you had that impression too, please comment below. Anyways, let's talk about Katrina. So Katrina was not talking about the fact that she could swear with her life that Ozo and Dorothy had feelings for each other, especially from Ozo's end, that Dorothy was neutral at the time, and then Ozo was always in Dorothy's space. Oh, they will go to the gym together. Oh, when Dorothy is baiting, Ozo is there. And then at the time, Nengi was not really in the picture because Nengi and Prince were an item. So she could say for sure that they had feelings for each other, that she really feels that what it is for Ozo is that Ozo was attracted to Dorothy's personality. He fell in love with her personality, but he didn't like the physical aspect of Dorothy. So that was what he was confused. So because of that, he didn't know what he wanted. He liked the person in the physical attributes of Nengi, but he likes the personality of Dora. I said, oh yeah, give it to us, give it to them. All these things, we did not think about it, but you are bringing it to our knowledge now. That's how Watoni just say, please, can I come in? Can I come in? You guys, Watoni can be so funny. I don't understand. And she was so calm and she was talking. She said, it is obvious that Dorothy has feelings for Ozo, because why is she angry that Ozo is coming to talk to her? Ozo is your friend, so he can come and talk to you about just anything. So if you know that he likes this person and he keeps coming to talk to you, she not say, for example, if Neo is my G, I can walk up to Neo anytime and say, oh, this babe did this, so that babe did this, so I like this person, so I'm going to talk to you about it. So it was obvious that Dorothy was pained because Ozo, she had feelings for Ozo. And at this point, this was where the gbasgbos, you know those clips that were flying round and round and round. Don't talk to me, B. Don't talk to me, B. B. I had to hold that B so that YouTube will not be me. Anyways, so this was when Dorothy Sha just changed it for her. First of all, Dorothy was still calm at this point too. Sha just kept quiet. Watoni was explaining her own. Dorothy was like, what's doing this one in her mind? Sha. People kind of asked Nengi that, oh, Nengi, do you also think that Dorothy and Ozo were an item, or they had feelings for each other? Dorothy and Nengi now say yes. Now she feels like Dorothy liked Ozo. She's not going to lie. She has that feeling. So Ebuka now said, okay, Dorothy, how far? Why do you think they have that vibe of, oh, you like Ozo? Where do you think that was coming from? Did you do anything to make them have that impression? Dorothy now said, I don't have feelings for Ozo. Everybody, I liked Prince from the beginning, and Ozo is aware that I liked Prince. So I don't know why people think that I liked Ozo. I had zero feelings for him. He is my friend, and I'm the kind of person that once I'm your friend, I'm open to you. I'm there for you and everything. So I was just being there for my friend. So I have nothing at all, no feelings at all for Ozo. That's how Watoni wanted to come in at this point. Hey, wasn't me that voice that used to say it was at this point that he knew that he had fucked up. Hey, at this point, Dorothy changed it. She said "Bas." Watoni said "Boss." She said "Bas." Watoni said "Boss." Anyways, she said, Watoni, I'm not speaking to you. Don't speak. Shut up. Shut up, B. Shut up, B. I'm not speaking to you. And if you're speaking to me, don't speak. She said, Ebuka, if Watoni speaks, I'm going to get up and leave this place. Watoni said, why am I not going to speak? Why am I here then? I'm going to speak and do whatever you want. She said, why are you so bitter? Why are you so pained? Dorothy said, I'm not bitter. I'm not pained. Don't talk to me. I'm not talking to you. Nengi is here. Ozo is here. They have mouths. They can talk for themselves. Why are you up in my business? I'm not the cause of your problem. Hello. Ha. See me say all my energy don't they finish on top this Dorothy energy. Ha. I did not see this Dorothy's energy in the house. So Dorothy was the girl that was, oh, anything will concern trouble. Anything will concern wahala. You know. But this Dorothy that I saw. Ha. I like the energy. Also, what's up with you and Dora? What's up that you people are not friends again? Also now said it was when he came out of the house, and then the conversation that Dora had with Nengi when he was outside. He said that kind of conversation that Dorothy had with Nengi cannot be a conversation that a friend should be having with Nengi. That how will Dorothy be telling Nengi that, oh, you don't know what he's doing outside, telling Nengi some bad stuff about him? And it's like, can you imagine? She even won't put me up for eviction. Like, Dora knows that she's one person I'm never going to put up for eviction. She even puts me up for eviction. So can you imagine? So it's like, that's not even the big deal for him, but that the way that she went about telling Nengi about him, and Dorothy knows how much he feels for Nengi, that is not friendship. So that was why he decided that, you know what, this friendship is over. So that was what also explained for their friendship. Then I asked Nengi, okay, so Nengi, what do you have to say about this? Nengi now said, she's not going to lie. When she came out of the house, she felt some resentment towards Dora, and this is because of the kind of things that Dora said about her. First of all, I've not had any problem with you. I eat your food. I talk to you. We have not had any issue before. So when I hear you saying things like, oh, she's trying to compete with me, why is she wearing what I'm wearing, the wig that I'm wearing, and she's like, Nengi's like, I don't know where this is coming from. I don't understand. So because of that, she had the resentment towards Dorothy. But she's going to say it here that she has also told Ozo that Ozo has a part to play. That if you are going about telling your friends bad stuff about me, even myself is me, I'm going to feel some type of way about that person you're talking to me about. So it is not entirely Dora's fault that she didn't like her, but yeah. So Ebuka asked them, do you people talk? She's like, they don't really talk much, that when they see each other they talk, but besides that they don't talk much. Moving from there, they now ask Prince, do you think that this feeling thing, Dorothy has feelings for Ozo? Prince said no, he doesn't think that Dorothy has feelings for Ozo at all, because from the beginning, Dorothy had already told him that, oh, she doesn't want to be in the mix of all the triangle with Nengi and Ozo and all that. They can have whatever it is they have and all. And Dorothy has already established the fact that she liked Prince from the beginning. And she asked Ozo a question. Ozo, if it is me, you and Prince that is in this triangle now, and they keep asking you these things, what will you do? Ozo refused to answer the question, and she's like, she likes Prince, but because Ozo is in her business, everybody is shifting from her and all those things. So moving on from there, that's how Katrina now said, she said something on the party night and she regrets saying it. So Ebuka now asked her, okay, what is the thing you said? She now said, oh, she was telling Ozo that she feels like Nengi was playing a game and she feels bad for that because truly it's not Nengi that is playing the game. So she feels bad about saying that. Then she now went ahead to talk about the one that shocked everybody, the one that is shocking me till today. You see this life, this God, they sleep, they bare neck like who won't sleep, because also left everybody perplexed that Saturday night, the all night party, the all white party that they had, the Saturday that was going to be the final party for the top 5, and when the whole housemates came in that party, also deliberately ignored Nengi. We were convinced, we the viewers, we were convinced, and we saw what him and Katrina did. I believe that I shot that video. It should be down below. So why did Ozo now come here to come and lie? But let me tell you what happened. So Katrina said the night of the party, Ozo came to her room and started explaining to her that, oh, his family is disappointed, he feels so down, oh, he feels like he didn't sell himself well, and he doesn't like the way that Nengi treated him. So for that particular reason, he wants Katrina to help him deal with Nengi. That is, let them make Nengi jealous. So Katrina was like, why do you think I'm the best person for this job? I don't think I want to do it. But later on, she had a change of mind, and when they went into the place, they had their plan. They did the thing. He ignored Nengi as they had planned and everything. Then when they came out of the hotel, came out of the party, Ozo still came to her room, was still with her after the party and everything. After the day that Nengi came out of the house, the final day that Nengi had come out, she said, oh, why are you going to Nengi's hotel? This is Nengi's hotel. And he said, oh, no, he's not going to Nengi's hotel. No, he's going to see his manager. But guess what? Ozo said, first of all, he did not make that kind of statement. That no, he did not tell Katrina that he wants to make Nengi jealous, anything, that kind of thing did not happen. The only reason why he went to Katrina's room is because he was the first to arrive at the hotel, and besides that, he now said, okay, let him go and look for who has arrived. Though he now saw Katrina, that, oh, Katrina is around. That was why he went to Katrina's room. They chatted, Eric came in, they also took pictures, made snaps together, and that was it. But that no, after the party, he did not even come to Katrina's room. That's how Praise say, brother, I saw you in Katrina's room after the party. Is it that you have forgotten or you are actually lying? At this point, also was like, oh, why would I say that kind of thing? I said same thing in my media rounds when I was going everywhere. I said the fact that I was in love with Nengi. Nengi is the one I'm rooting for. I love Nengi. So if that is the case, then why would I want to make Nengi jealous? I'm not that petty. But guess what, guys? He forgot that he's in biggest arena. You understand? He's in biggest space. So even behind the scenes, when you don't know that the big brother eye is watching you, hey, he didn't know that big brother eye was watching him. So he was not telling Lilo them, gisting them that that he actually told Katrina that they should go and make Nengi jealous. But he didn't know that they caught him. He thought they didn't cut him. Hey, that was how we discovered that Ozo actually lied. Brother, you they do. Let's move on from this Ozo's lie. Moving on, see what I'm just please, Cyprians, don't come for me. I'm coming to give you what happened. Moving on. See, you guys, you can see the disappointment in Katrina's face. She was like, Ozo, you're going to lie? I expected so much of, like, this shock in her face. You're going to lie. For what? Also, you actually don't love any of these girls, not Dorothy, not Nengi. Because if you loved them, you wouldn't be lying and playing games. You are the one that is playing game, But Dorothy was like, I give up. I give up, Guys, this boss. Let me continue. Moving on from here. Then I said, okay, Ozo, do you take responsibility for any of the things that happened? He now said, yeah, just like Nengi has said, the fact that he came to tell Nengi some of the things that Dorothy said, and the fact that he kept going to tell Dorothy some bad things about Nengi might have caused the resentment that Dorothy had towards her, so he takes responsibility for that. They now moved on from there, and that's why, yeah, Prince, so want to enter your own triangle, your own square, in fact, your own past square. What's up with you? They now showed the flashback of the time that Prince was with Nengi and Ozo, and the fight, the Ozo shouting, all those things. You people know what happened now. They now came out, yeah, Prince, explain yourself. So Nengi now said, okay, for her, she liked Prince from the beginning. She's not going to lie that she liked him. Because what kind of likeness? Because you established that you are in a relationship. So what kind of likeness do you have for Prince? She's like, she just really liked him, that she liked him. She told them that, oh, I'm not doing relationship, I have a relationship outside. When we step out of this house, we are going to know what's up. But in this house, I just want friendship, I'm not doing relationship. So that was it for both of them. Then they now asked Ozo, Prince that, oh, Prince, what's up before you people shall scatter? And Katrina had already earlier established that Prince and her had a conversation, and Prince told her that, see, the way Nengi is going back and forth with Ozo and himself and everything, that he's giving her 2 days to put herself together. If she doesn't put herself together, he is going to bounce. And according to Katrina, 2 days later after they had that conversation, Prince actually bounced because Nengi was still moving from one place to another. So also Prince also said that Ozo was in the picture before he came. He's not going to lie that him and Nengi did not start off like, oh, okay, it was him and Nengi first, then Prince now joined. No, Prince is saying it was Ozo and Nengi, then he came into the picture. So that was how it started.
Guys, I forgot to mention that Prince said Neo told him that he should go and play Nengi, that they should bring Nengi down, that Nengi seems to be the finest girl in the house, so he doesn't have the facility to bring her down. Like if he had G-Wagon and stuff, he would have been able to bring her down or get her and all that, but that he should apply pressure so that he can get Nengi since Ozo is dulling. But Neosha cleared the air that no, that was not what happened. What happened was that we're in a round table having a conversation. It wasn't just me and you. I literally told almost all the guys that, oh, Nengi is a fine babe. I don't have the facility. If it was outside the house, Shasha, everybody knows that there's car, material things, you can get babe. But inside this house, if you don't have all those things, what do you want to say that will make the girl like you, that kind of thing? So they cleared the air and they sorted that out.
Then what now made them, stop talking and everything? According to him, he said Nengi was complaining about the fact that he was following different girls and that he was not loyal and all. Nengi now said, no, I did not, that was not the reason why I stopped talking to you. He now said, Sha, that was what he thought. But the thing that broke the camel's back for him was when kid or somebody came to tell him that, oh, Nengi and Oza are in the bathroom, oh, they are doing something in the bathroom. It was not like a beg for this one. Maybe Nengi said, no, that's not it for me. The time that I stopped talking to Prince, I didn't even know about his 2 days plan with Katrina or whatever. The time I stopped talking to Prince was when I had the fight with Lucy. And I'm like, your friend is going to have a fight, and you're not even going to ask your friend, oh, what's up, or why did you fight, or what's going on. He didn't even say anything, and that was when she just shut him out, and that was it for she and Prince. So Katrina Sha came up that, oh, she doesn't know why Nengi is saying she doesn't like Prince, because Nengi actually like Nengi. Now said, please listen well, listen again. I said it here that I liked Prince. I said it. So which one are you trying to say that I did not say? Anyways, this is not even the major issue here. Ebuka asked Nengi, oh, Nengi, do you think that you were using the guy? She said, what am I using them for? Using them to do what exactly? Because I said this, I said, she not asked them, did I not tell people that I have a relationship outside? Did I not tell people that it's friendship I'm doing? So what is the one that I'm using? Using people to do what? Ebuka said, maybe it's you who should ask. So what am I using them for? I did not use anybody. So Kid now answered that he doesn't think Nengi used anybody. Nengi is just a playful person. And she said it from the beginning that, oh, she doesn't want any relationship, and also he doesn't think that she used anybody. Moving from there, they now asked also, why were you mad about Prince and Nengi's relationship and everything? Why were you mad from the truth or dare? Because Nengi stated that it was after the truth or dare that she and Prince had that sex position thing. Also just stopped talking to her. And according to Ozo, he liked Nengi and he didn't want to do friendship with Nengi. He wanted more than friendship. So because of that, when he saw that, he was like, oh, let me just maintain my lane. If I'm not going to have this girl as my lover or something like that, then let me just maintain my lane. But that was it for him, Prince and Nengi. So yeah, guys, go to my page and go and watch everything. I'm sweating. I'm this is a lot. There's the bass boss is too much. This is day 2 and the drama is plenty. Oh, hey guys, I can't wait for Monday. Guys, by the way, on Monday is my birthday. Say a prayer for me. Say something. I'm not offended by cash, dollars. Ask for my domiciliary account. I'm going to drop it if you want, if you ask me. So please say a prayer for me. On Monday, the 21st of June is my birthday. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here. If you've come this far and you're yet to subscribe with all these sweats that I'm sweating, brother, sister, you said, think about it. Please hit the subscription button. And until next time, I'm going to see you on my next one. Bye.